Another video of Tennis Ace where we're gonna continue the prologue, I guess, because for some reason it didn't end when I thought it was going to end, which surprised me. That's for sure, because I checked the fucking videos and it showed that day 11 was when the fucking thing was when the end of the prologue happened, but I guess Basket changed it or something, because it wasn't like this. Dots. Oh, he's wearing the cute outfit again. Key? Anarchy! I nearly jumped from my seat as a voice echoes loudly right next to my ear. Whoa, what? Seriously, this is literally something I'd wear, and I love it. Just, God. I finally noticed Aki stand right in front of me, arms crossed and pouting. You were spacing out again. I've been trying to get your attention for almost a full minute now. Sorry, I guess I'm a little out of it. Aki's eyes are on the back of his neck. A little? I had to scream in your ear for you to finally notice I'm here, and you have good hearing to begin with. Yeah, about that. Next time, ease up on the screaming, will ya? My ears are still ringing. I swear I can only hear buzzing from coming from my left ear. That's your fault for spacing out right in the middle of the living room. He looks up at the clock on the wall, pursing his lips. Why are you up so early anyway? Your match is only at 9. Right now it's just 6:30. I couldn't sleep. Yeah, I can tell. Your eyes are really red. Wait, seriously? I walk up to the television, stare at my reflection on the dark screen. Even on this super dark screen, I can still tell my eyes are very red. You should try to at least take a nap. I have less than 3 hours before my match. I don't think that'd be a good idea. Better than going to a match suffering from sleep deprivation. But then I'd risk being late. I'll wake you up if it comes to it. It's not like I have anything else to do today anyway. Ah, there it is. Aki is now sulking again, his hands pulling his arms tightly across his body and looking down at his feet. He's fucking adorable. Unfortunately, while I got all the way to the semifinals without much problem, Aki has lost yesterday at the quarterfinals. Well, at least now I get to watch you play live. Every dark cloud has a silver lining after all. I can tell he's only saying that to try and sound positive, but it's easy to see he's still dejected by it. He's even more competitive than I am, if that's at all possible. I walk up my little brother, hugging him close to my chest. Sorry to make it today too, Aki, but don't let it get to you, okay? I promise you're still going to improve a lot. Aki stays silent, Mary shifting a bit in my arms, his head pressed up against my chest. I softly stroke his back and rub behind his ears, trying to fulfill my part as the gentle big brother who takes care of his little sibling. Something I've done for all my life, and frankly, I enjoy doting on Aki. I used to do this a lot back when we were kids, whenever he'd get sad about our dad being gone. I'd hug him and sing to him and try to get him to sleep. Of course, the last time I did this was, God, 6 years ago? Time really flies. After nearly a minute has passed, Aki shifts again, his voice echoing from below my head, tiny and muffled. Aniki? Yeah? Speak in a low voice, trying to sound gentle and encouraging. I can't breathe. Ugh. Immediately pull away from him, with my arms up in the air. Aki coughs a few times, leaning against the wall for support. Sorry, I guess I squeezed too hard. The squeezing wasn't the problem. You pushed my head against your chest. You blocked my nose and mouth. Sorry. It's fine. Aki sighs, straightening himself back up again. Thanks for trying to cheer me up. Yeah, I don't know if you remember, but I used to do that to you a lot when you were little. I remember. He has a wistful, content look in his face. His tail's even wagging a little. I guess you better merely give you credit for. Not really, it's just bits and pieces. I have a terrible memory, actually. Most of it is fuzzy. Either way, that doesn't really matter right now. Just get to your room and try to take a nap. I'll make sure to wake you up in time for you to get ready. Alright, I'll try. Thanks, Hawk. My God. These two are so wholesome. Of course, it's what little brothers are for. The sound of knocking echoes the living room snapped me out of my daze. I'll get it. Aki shouts from the kitchen and runs toward the entry hallway. I've already finished preparing to leave a while ago, but I guess I've been shifting around in days since then. Tried to psych myself up to mixed results. Guess I started spacing out again after that. How long has it been anyway? The sound of chatter echoes from the entry hall, but I don't really pay any attention. Wait, chatter? Oh, the gang's all here. What the fuck is this shirt? I turn around, only to be greeted by the sound of my friends walking to the front door. I told you he'd still be here. I'm perplexed. Shouldn't it be common sense to arrive early when you have a match? Common sense? You do know what's Alex talking about here, right? Good morning, Alex-san. Well, at least someone actually bothered to greet me. I waved at them, trying on my surprise at suddenly seeing them all in my house. Yeah, good morning. Don't mind me asking, but what are you guys doing here? I thought we agreed to meet at the venue. Oh yeah, we did agree to meet up there. In fact, we set things up so we'd meet half an hour ago. What? No way. Our match is starting in 20 minutes. If you don't want to be disqualified, I really suggest we hurry. Suichi-san was starting to get worried since you weren't showing up, so I suggest we come over to pick you up. Well, aren't you guys nice? Wait, where's Sai, by the way? She didn't want to come with? Oh, she did. His voice was almost somber. Did something bad happen? Not bad, per se. She was flying off the rails because you hadn't arrived yet and kept saying it was typical you to be late, yada yada yada. They eventually suggested I had to barter some extra time for you with the officials while we would come over to pick you up. That way I could avoid her putting your head through a wall. Yikes. Well, that's more or less the situation. Now, I would love not to be late to my own match, so I'd really like to ask you to come with us already. Yeah, sorry about that. I thought I'd be leaving my house 10 minutes ago. Jeez, I really need to get together, don't I? We might have to run a bit if we don't want to make it on time. Run? Do we really have to? You don't. Alex-san and I, on the hand, really do. It's alright if you guys want to run ahead. I can take Kobayashi-san if he's not up to it. No, I'll be fine. I just didn't know there'd be running involved. Look on the bright side. At least you'll be getting some exercise. Oh boy. Oh no. So it is going to happen in this day. He must have did that. He must have changed it up to make it seem more chronologically relevant. I don't know what I'm saying. But next to me, I have an index card with the choices I need to make to win the match. I'm cheating. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. We managed to get to the venue about 5 minutes before the start of the matches. I think I got quite a bit of a warm-up from this. We made it. Well, thank God. If I had missed a match, if I'd gotten a match loss because you're late, I swear I'd kill Axon. Now, there's no need for violence. Yeah, we got her on time. Chill. How can you be so lax if we get disqualified? Well, luckily for me, here comes someone that can knock some sense into your head. What are you talking about? You stupid ass! Suddenly, someone grabs my shoulders, spinning me around violently and hollering so loud in my ears I thought I feared I might go deaf. What the hell are you doing? What do you think you're doing? Are you trying to make me sick with worry? Are you? Yes, Hai-chan, settle down. She's shaking me so hard that I'm seeing stars. My old vision goes blurry and I can barely make out the shapes right in front of my face. Oh wait, my brain is bouncing around inside my skull as if it were a pinball machine. That's not how that works. Getting dizzy. Ugh, I feel like I might throw up. Alright, I think that's enough, Sai-chan. Saya completely ignores him and continues shaking me like an empty ketchup bottle. Are you trying to get a rise out of me? Is that what you're doing? No, I just lost track of time, Sai-chan. I'm feeling really sick. Oh, alright, Sai-chan, I'm serious. It's gone far enough. You keep shaking like it's gonna puke all over you. As if she were snapping out of, I don't know, primal rage? Either way, as if she were snapping out of it, Saya blinks and between the two of them. Well, I didn't see you guys there. Seriously, we've been standing here the whole time. I guess he'd never witnessed Sai throwing up a storm before, huh? I need to lie down. Sorry, no time for that. Your match starts at 9, it's 8:58. You've gotta be kidding me, there's no way I can play like this. It is still spinning around. I can barely even stand up. Well, maybe this will jog you awake. Ha ha, very funny. Well, at least your sense of humor is still intact. Oh, I just noticed, where's Kobayashi-kun? Wasn't he with you guys? He got left behind when we ran over here. Akiyoshi-kun stayed with him. It's really nice of him. Yeah, well, you know my brother, always aiming to please. Maybe someone should take that as an example. Oh, shut the fuck up, cunt. I'm gonna choose to ignore that. Suit yourself. Well, I'm gonna hurry over to my court. I still need to change clothes. I'll talk to you guys later. Same here. Good luck, Alex. K-kun. Don't worry, the three of us are gonna do just fine. K-kun will see you in the finals. We fist bumped each other. I wish I were as confident as you are, but I'll try. I'm not going down without a fight, that's for sure. You guys will be fine. You three are the uncontested best of the prefecture. How long has it been since someone's come even close to beating any of you? Well, I'm not Alex-san. My matches are closer than his. Suichi shrugs. You'll be fine, just do your best. As if I wasn't going to do that already. Two of them stare at each other for a few seconds, smiling. Turn around to head off, but after taking one single step... Wait! Jun and Aki, hurry up. Wow, oh my god, everyone's here. The whole gang is here. Saya, Soichi, Keisuke, Jun, and Aki as well. That's amazing. That's really cool. I wonder if the fucker's online yet. Seriously. Come on, dude. I'm sick of it. It's 2 already. You should be online. Come on. Are you joking? Wow, okay. Whatever. Jun and Aki run up to us in a hurry. Jun is panting heavily, and as soon as he stops, his whole body curves forward, leaning on his own knees. Aki, on the other hand, has yet to even break a sweat. Seeing a 12-year-old in better shape than one of my classmates makes me a little sad. Wait, you can't go off without me. Our matches are about to start, you know. I know, just deep breath and... Good luck, Alex-san! Oh my god. I instantly jumped back from mirrors against the assault of his loud, booming voice. God, Jun, settle down. I'm sorry, I guess I got over-enthusiastic. I'll say, there are a bunch of people staring at us. Some feel awkward standing here. Oh, so Alex-san doesn't look as good luck from you, huh? What? You didn't even think of me either. No, that's not what I... Don't worry about it, we're just teasing you. I'm not. Keikun ignores her, putting a hand on Jun's shoulder and giving a few gentle pats in the back. Alright, we're ready. It's gonna have to hurry. Same here. No, I'm gonna be switching over your course to cheer on all of you, and yes, even yours. Keisuke smiles, nodding at him. It's not like I'd expect you to be there, but sure, suit yourself. Oh boy. Oh no. Time to strap in for the long haul, fuckers. Jesus. This episode is probably gonna be, like, in 2 hours long. At least 2 hours. I run over to my assigned court as fast as I can. I'm already 2 minutes late by the time I arrive, but luckily I get there just before the officials declare it a match loss. Guess you decided to get there in time. Jeez, the officials usually ask if the player's here with waiting for his opponent to arrive. If he's not, then he gets an automatic win. I guess that win is important and everything, but this guy was ready to give me a match loss over a couple minutes of delay. Just give me 1 second to get ready. As I mentioned, chin my strip on the way over. Now I just need to get the strings in my rackets and... Okay, all set. Get in place as fast as I can, try not to delay anything any further. At least run over here always counts as warming up. Alright, it's time for me to do this. Take a deep breath and write to myself. Okay then! I see an opportunity to return a straight shot. onto the open court and strike the ball with as much power as I can muster. It hits the court and slides away, my opponent isn't even close to reaching it. The ball just stands there, panting and looking at the ball in a daze. Game, set, and match, won by Michimiya. Count 6-2, 6-0. Wow, this match went pretty fast. Must be some kind of record. It didn't even take me an hour. I walk up to the net to shake hands with my opponents. He simply looks up at me with a sour expression and grumbles something incoherent. Oh no, he's a sore loser. Nice game. Well, can't help you there, buddy. Put my things back in my bag and hurry out of the court. I'm welcomed by the smile of my little brother in June. Nice game, Aniki. You were awesome as always. Yeah, that last ball especially. You just went zoom and went out of his reach. It was pretty fun to watch. I'm glad you guys enjoyed yourself. Has Suichi been around recently? Yeah, he said Saya-chan is doing well in her match, but... Yeah? Apparently Arushihara-san is losing. What? That I dash to his court as fast as I can. But, Aniki, wait up! Hear the voices fade away as I continue to lead them behind. I hear the sounds of the ball before they even reach their court. I can see Suichi standing way too close to the fence, clenching his fist around the middle link so his entire arm is shaking. Surprised the thing isn't getting crushed. Suichi! His look softens somewhat as he turns to look at me, but I can see the irritation and gluey plaster on his face. Alex, your match is finished already? Take a second to my breath, run all the way to the other side of the club after. A match still leaves me a little winded. Yeah, I won, of course, but June told me things aren't going well at this end, so I rushed over here. Did you at least inform the desk clerk of the results? No, but I can do that if this match ends. Yuuya is turning his head back to the game. When I look at the two guys playing, the difference is immediately obvious. Keisuke is running ragged, desperately trying to keep up with the other players' assaults. It's like a cannon firing repeatedly against a wall. The cracks will begin to show. By the time I got here, it already evolved from cracks to full-blown demolition. What's the score? Right now it's 5-2 on the second set. The other guy won the first by 6-3. Meaning that Keisuke's been gonna run from the get-go. But how? I know he was good. My gut feeling told me this guy was good. Ever since we met him out on the streets, I've been watching videos of him, but I could never imagine he was this good. It takes some serious skill to take Keisuke down, let alone this easily. Wait, it's fucking Yuuya? Obviously. I'm a dumb idiot. None of his strategies have worked. At most, he could force a rally to go on for a little longer, but the other guy would either run him out of the point or just break through with brute force. The sound of the fence's link shaking continues. Echoes. I look down to see Suichi gripping even tighter. God damn it, Arushihara, don't you dare lose like this. Have some pride. God, Suichi looks really scary right now. He probably doesn't even realize he's talking out loud. Seeing Keikun losing affected him this much. I never expected that. Come on, you can do this! You bastard, don't you lose here. You're better than this. I can tell if he's rooting for him or not. Aki and June catch up to us with the tiger looking about to drop him to the floor from exhaustion. Sorry it took so long. I couldn't leave Kobayashi-san behind. Thanks, said Aki. How bad is it? One particular shot echoes much louder than the rest. Keisuke's opponent, Yuuya-kun, just smashed a ball that Keisuke couldn't control and ended up returning too high. The shot hits the ground with force, leaving Keikun completely incapable of reacting. 40-15. Match point. No! The video grows more and more somber as we watch both players return to their positions to resume play. Match point. If KK allows his opponent to score again, he loses. Arushihara-san can't lose like this, right? Damn, come on, Arushihara, get a grip! Akira throws his ball high into the sky and serves. It's a fast, wide slice of aim to jump away from the court. Come on, Keikun, you can get it! He barely manages to reach the ball in time, tapping it over the other side and keeping it as close to the lines as he possibly can. Returning the ball to his opponent's backhand, the Akira runs to the ball and... He's going around it? Yuuya-kun runs around the ball, putting himself in a position to return the ball with his forehand. He hits a fast, flat shot at the other side of the court, and... Even with his speed, Keisuke's nowhere near the ball by the time it bounces. No way! Kurt goes quiet for a second, absorbing everything that just happened. The umpire opens his mouth to make the call. Game, set, and match. Won by Kokonose. Score 6-3, 6-2. Crowd erupts in cheers, clapping and stirring words of praise to the victor. Meanwhile, the four of us stand in place, frozen in shock. Keisuke just lost? In his first year as a high school student, he already established himself as the second best player in our prefecture. A guy like that just lost to some no-name first-year player. Damn it! Suichi kicks the fence in frustration. Whoa, calm down there, big guy. He grumbles something incoherent and continues to glare at nowhere. Come on, guys, we have to at least try to stay positive when he comes out, okay? You know Arusahara, no matter what we do or say, is going to be down. I nod, trying to think of something I can do to cheer him up. Hey, here he comes. Walk over to the court's exit. Yuuya has already left a while ago, and I've been bothering to linger around. Good thing he knows us. I don't know if I'd be in a good enough mood to have a conversation with him if he tried to talk to me again. Keisuke slowly walks to the exit, looking down at the floor with a complicated expression the whole time. First he sees only her feet, but then he looks up and notices her faces, and he finally reacts. His eyes look distant and tired. Even I'm looking for a clue as to how he feels, and he kind of clearly looks away with a painfully neutral expression. I guess it was too much to hope that you guys wouldn't have watched that, huh? Keisuke-san. This is the first time Jun's called him by his name. Keisuke doesn't fail to notice that his eye is immediately snapping towards the tiger. Hey, don't give me that face, okay? But I'm really sorry that... Jun chokes up a bit. He's not good at consoling people, and frankly, it shows. She's seriously, cheer up a bit, okay? It's just a tennis match. There'll be dozens of other matches in my career, and it's not like I'm gonna win every single one. Keikun smiles to show that he's not upset. Oh, is that so? It's obvious. It's painfully obvious to anyone. Keisuke's smile is strained, forced. He's not wrong. This is just a tennis match. There are many others to come. If he were to feel down after each every loss, he'd burden himself too much. But none of that matters. Feelings aren't logical. No one likes to lose. The frustration you feel after defeat, it's the same no matter who you are. For a rank amateur or professional, I'm sure that the frustration someone feels after losing is always the same. As long as you truly owe something, there's no way you wouldn't be frustrated by defeat. Not bothering to say a word, Keisuke walks past us. I want to say something to him. I should say something to him. But I don't have the right. Who am I to encourage him after a tough loss I've been soaking about mine for years now? The score doesn't always tell you how a match went. Even if the score seems lopsided, the match could still have been a close one. This isn't the case. Just seeing how that last point went, I could already tell. Keisuke was toyed with the whole match. He never had a chance. He was just forced to keep playing and watching as his chances of victory were taken away from him. In tennis, there's no such thing as a certain victory. Anyone can have a chance, at least that's what my father used to tell me. But how can I say something like that to him after seeing how his match went? Arusahara! Suichi calls out to him, and the hair stops dead in his tracks. Turn around, keeping his back to us the whole time. What is it? His voice comes out shakier than before. Are you gonna be alright? Keisuke's body shifts. He puts an arm in his waist and begins slowly shaking his head. Oh God, not you too. What? Don't start with this sappy melodrama and pretend that you look worried about me. It's creepy. What? Completely taken aback by his response, Suichi freezes on the spot, able to do or say anything. If you guys will excuse me, I need some time alone to think. Keisuke walks up to the nearby bench and plops himself down, grabbing a towel from his back and putting it over his head. He leans forward on his seat, the towel covering his head in a way that I can't see his face. I can't see what it looks like. Keisuke-san, are you sure you don't want us to keep you company? Yeah, I'm fine. Just leave me alone. Go watch Michiguchi-san's match or something. I don't care. Just get out of my hair. Oh, right. Keisuke's words are sharp. Sharp enough to make June instantly give up on offering him support. Truthfully, I can't come up with anything to say either. What is there even to say? Aniki grabs the sleeves of my shirt, tugging on to get my attention. Shouldn't you say something? He whispers me, his eyes full of worry. I shake my head in negative. I don't have any right to try and cheer him up right now, and honestly, I don't think I could. There's nothing I could say to him as his friend or as his rival. From the corner of my eye, I see Suichi shaking. When I turn to look at him, I see him with clenched fists and gritted teeth. His hands are clenched so tightly that they shake violently, and I fear that he could puncture his palm with his claws. Arguing any words out, Suichi begins walking toward the hair with heavy pounding steps. You little bastard! He grabs Keisuke by the collar of his shirt and lifts him up, leaving the hair hovering a few centimeters above his seat. Keisuke rushes to stabilize himself, planting his feet firmly on the ground and moving his arms to support himself against the bench. He made his shirts not from being grabbed and tugged like that. Even as his reaction was one of shock, Keisuke is quick to compose himself. What the hell are you doing? What's wrong with you? Me? What's wrong with you? You had your pride hurt because you got beaten like a chump and you're gonna lash out on us, and I'm being creepy? How dare you, ungrateful little prick! Finally regaining my senses, I rush over the two to try to defuse the situation. Suichi, that's enough. Let him get... Since with his on my shoulder, Suichi moves his arm to push me aside. Kelly's holding himself back, otherwise I probably would have planted my ass firmly on the ground. This doesn't concern you, Alex. Fuck off! His eyes don't even move a little bit toward my direction. They continue to stare at Keisuke's eyes unmoving. What little I can see of Keisuke's face, since most of it is blocked by Suichi's towering finger, shows me a snide look. Oh please, you? Worried about me? Don't make me laugh. I don't need that kind of thing from you. Our relationship isn't like that. And yeah, I don't care about your sympathy. I don't want it. You can go show it somewhere else. Stop being such a bitch. We're just trying to help cheer you up. There is no need for talking to us like that, especially Joon-kun. I don't care. I don't need your help. Suichi pauses for a second, tightening his grip around Kei-kun. For a split second there, I'm sure he's going to punch him. So he just lets go and takes a step back. Fine, no one's sympathy. Then that's fine. Here's what I really think your pissy little attitude. You're trying to pretend you're fine, that you don't need our help and you don't want us around. Don't make me laugh. It's so obvious that you're hurting. It's so obvious it's kind of disgusting. She said... Put a hand in front of June, trying to silence him, but to just tell him to watch. His instructed and quiets down. I don't think interrupting these two is a good idea right now. Plus, I kind of have a feeling about what Suichi's trying to do. I think I'll just trust him on this. Who are you calling disgusting? You, of course. What are you planning to do now? Mope around like a loser? No one needs a sad sack. Get yourself together already. This is pathetic. Anyone would be down after a loss. What are you talking about? Not you. What's with those dead eyes of yours that look like they've already given up? I've never seen such a pathetic look in your face before. It irritates me. You've never been the type to get down after a loss. You always use it to prop yourself forward. Moping around, lashing out, don't screw with me. That's not you and you know it. You don't even know me all that well. Oh please, we may not be the greatest of friends, but I've been spending almost all my days with you since we met. I've seen you lose plenty of times before, and you've never seen you getting down. Annoyed, sure, but down, never. So pull yourself together already. This isn't the Rishihara that I've come to respect. Both stare at each other for a few more seconds. My heart feels like it might pop from the tension. If I'm wrong and this goes badly, I don't want to have to deal with a fistfight between my friends. Then the impossible happens. Kei-kun sits himself back down, sighing out loud. Fine, I see what you're trying to say. I think this is the first time since we met you've spoken to me like this. Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't blow up you sooner. You really are a pain to deal with. Same here. God, you're so insufferable. I can see the corners of Keisuke's mouth curving up in a half-smile. Was I right? Come on, we don't need to deal with this right now. I need to cool off. Suichi walks up to us, opening his arms and hurling us away from Keisuke. What about Keisuke-san? I don't want to deal with his annoying ass right now. If you're not coming, then I'll leave you here. Suichi turns around to leave. Yeah, I'm coming. I continue to stand in place, my eyes fixated on Keisuke's other two walk away. And Aki tugs on my sleeve again, looking at me confusion. Aniki, should we go with them? Keisuke one last time. Even if it's fate, I see his shoulders shaking a little bit. Those two, they really can't be honest with each other, can they? Should be obvious what Suichi was actually doing, and Keisuke knows what he was doing, yet they won't admit it. They really are birds of a feather when it comes to this. Yeah, let's leave Keikun alone for now and go with the others. Okay, I feel really fucking sad after that scene. Jesus. Hey, Suichi, wait up! Takes us a bit of running, but we managed to catch up to Suichi next to the service desk. Jeez, all the way to the center of the venue? Jesus, slow down a little. Look at Jude, he can barely catch his breath. I'm fine. You don't look fine. I'm fine. Well, Akiyoshi, why are there two of you? Actually, is he stumbling on his feet? I stand corrected, he's the picture of health. I guess I did exaggerate a little. I just needed to get away from that idiot. You could really do with some self-control, you know. Did you really have to tear him into him in public? No, I guess I just let the anger get the better of me, but I hate when people act all defeated and mopey instead of just doing something about it. I snapped, I'm sorry. I didn't think that's what it was about. What do you mean? I think you just come with an excuse because you don't want to admit you were trying to look out for him. But that's ridiculous. I despise Rishihara. I was just looking for a chance to yell at him for a bit. So you say, but I think you were just pretending to do that, when in reality you were trying to cheer him up with some tough love. But that's... I mean, nuh-uh. Oh, this is gonna be good. Naki pulls Jonas 2 steps back with a smile plastering his face. I decided to pay them no mind. Yeah? At no moment did you insult him. All you did was tell him that he wasn't acting like himself and tried to encourage him. I would never. You two really can't be honest about how much you care for each other, huh? Shut up. Shokun, you're such a tsundere. Okay, I need to do that again. I need to fucking do that line right. Shokun, you're such a tsundere. Try to imitate a cutesy boyish voice. Comes off all weird and raspy, but it does its job. Suichi turns on an even darker shade of red. Shut up! Seeing him look so flustered is obviously hilarious. He's so adorable when he's trying to hide his embarrassment. I think I already know the answer to this question, but have these two always been like this? Oh yeah, for as long as I can remember. They've always acted like an old married couple, although the roles have kind of reversed from when I was little. Really? Really? What do you mean? Well... Aki, shut up! We both speak in unison, cutting him off before Aki can get any further in his story. Fine. When Junas completed Kafka burst in reaction, Aki is incredibly nonchalant about it, not one bit surprised or upset by it. Jeez, I feel so out of whack all of a sudden. You do? I'm the one who just played a full match. Oh, please, your match didn't even last an hour. Which reminds me, don't you have to relay the results to the officials? Oh yeah, that's true, I'll be right back. Doesn't mean more than 5 minutes before them the results, and then get time for my next match. Looks like we're scheduled to play at 2 p.m., a bit later than on previous years when the finals would be at noon. I guess they expect more people to come watch if they schedule it for after lunch. Though that also means I get to eat something before the match, so overall I'm pretty happy about it. Now I just need to catch another lunch, so it won't still be digesting my food by the time I get to play. That'd be a nightmare. Huh? Bet as far as Suichi, Aki, and Jun were standing, and... Only Jun is here? Hey, where are the other two? We went over to Michiguchi-san's court to watch her match. I told them I'd stay around to tell you about it. That's kinda heartless that they just abandoned me here. Don't be so dramatic, you went to her by court. Plus, it's not like we left without telling you where we went. I stayed behind to keep you informed. Yeah, I'll thank you for that. The other two, though... I really think you're overthinking it. Easy for you to say, you rarely think. Anything can be done still considered overthinking to you. Hey, did you just call me dumb? What? No, I called you simple. Simple? Is that considered an offensive thing to call someone? No. Oh, okay. His gullibility hurts. Let's just hurry where the others are. Sure, where's the court? You didn't ask them what court the match was being held at? No, I thought you knew. I saw rubbing the ridge of my nose and counting to 10. I'll go check the information counter. Give me a sec. Okay. Luckily, Saya's match is taking place in nearby court, so it doesn't take very long to get there. Hey, kid, I'm surprised to see you here. Kiski weighs unexcitedly at us. You seem so listless. Still feeling bad? Of course, I'm not going to put myself in 20 minutes, but I have better things to do than mope. Seems like that lesson helped. Or whatever, that lecture, I don't fucking... Christ, he's still not online. Good grief, I'm so sick of this. Yeah, that's the spirit. If you say so. Honestly, I was surprised to see him here. Same here. Also, I was surprised to see him here. I thought he'd have just crawled into a hole and died after the million defeat he had. Soichi, could you please not talk about me if I wasn't here? With how apathetic and silent you're being, you might as well not be here. Could you two stop it for just 1 minute? Sorry. They never learn, do they? Aki has a match going. With the other two, Aki had his eyes glued to the game the whole time, watching like a hawk. It's no surprise, really, that an inspiring player would want to watch a player of Saya's caliber. Saya-san's winning, quite comfortably actually. She took the first set 6-3, and she hasn't dropped a single game in the second set. I take a look at the score and see that the second set is currently 4-0. Wow, is every single final match being super one-sided today? Seems so. Guess it's what is cold and detached. I can instantly tell that I've stepped on his toes. Sorry. It's fine. Saya opened his mouth with his eyes closed and his brows furrowed. He does this for a second before turning his attention back to the game. Mitsuguchi-san really is a remarkable player, though I don't often get the chance to see her playing seriously. Is she really that different from practice? Oh, for sure. She's the type that can't really give her all if it's not do or die. Yeah, Saya's always been the type to thrive under pressure. The higher the stakes, the better she does. Whenever she has her back against a wall is when she becomes more dangerous. That's the worst kind of player to face. You're also like that sometimes, Alex-san. I am? It used to be like that all the time, but someone's been slacking off the past few years. I can't really refute that. Saya shoots a fast slice that quickly escapes her opponent's reach, went her to the point. Game count 5-0. If she keeps at this place, it won't be much longer to have the results for this match. Honestly, if opponent lasts another 5 minutes, I'll be surprised. By the way, Aniki, when is your next match? 2 p.m. We'll have time for lunch before that. You have to make an early lunch to avoid indigestion. Another problem in the middle of the match. Don't worry, Mom. I already thought of that. As long as you're taking care of yourself, dear. These two are really weird sometimes. Tell me about it. You've seen nothing. I used to be so much worse. Will the opinionated audience please shush and get back to watching the match? Your Majesty. That gives an exaggerated bow to mock me, listening to chuckle from both Jun and Keisuke. Aki-kun, you're still such a cute kid. She starts to pull on Aki's cheeks, making Amelia go red and try to push the bigger dog away. Where did that come from? Stop it! So she gets to tease him, tormenting little brother and watching him frolic, trying to push his hand away. I won't say anything anymore, please stop. Aki might not want to admit it, but he actually enjoys being fawned over by Soichi like this. He's only real acting like this because he's embarrassed that other people are seeing it. Very cute child indeed. Okay, Soichi, I think that's enough. If you tease him anymore, I think his head might explode. That's the only reason why you're stopping him? Yep. Too bad, Aki-kun, your big brother ain't my brother in crime. No. Face up his head and pet him gently. Aniki, not you two. Switch and I both had so much fun until I thought I could completely stop paying attention to the match. Hey guys, how'd the match go? So, wait, what are you guys doing? Saya walks up. Psst. Only to know the match is over and that Jun and Kissy had distracted themselves from us and the people are watching. Embarrassing! Hoo hoo hoo! Fuck that! Nuh-uh! Suchi seems to realize the same thing as she quietly puts Aki down away from us, clearing his throat. That was weird. Shut myself up, trying to appear serious again. So, where were we? Aki-kun? Yeah? Aki adjusts himself, looking down to try and hide his embarrassed face. Do you need me to call place these two perverts? Shut up! What? Huh? Honestly, what are you doing that to a kid in the middle of... Honestly, what are you thinking when there's a kid in the middle of a public place? What the hell do you think people seeing this would think? Sorry, we just didn't think. You two never think. Never? Isn't that a little harsh? It's fine, I'm already used to this anyway. See, he doesn't mind. Thanks, Aki. Aki and I still hiding his face from us. Of course, he doesn't mind. It's called Stockholm Syndrome. Please don't compare us to kidnappers. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw you doing that. I just didn't have to call the cops on you. But Junko, not you two. I know I would've. Hey! Oh, come on, it's clearly my brother, and we can see that. Look at the family resemblance. That just makes it even worse. How is he worse? I don't know, it's kind of creepy. What? Naoki reaches his arms like me, a few taps on the back of my head. Hang on, it looks like it froze again. Gonna need to restart. Haha, very funny. If we had to restart its head every time it's frozen, we'd have to glue down the reset button. Was that supposed to be funny? I don't know, you thought gonna need to restart was funny. I'm having a hard time following this conversation. When I look to the side, I see that Jun and Casey are giving us weird looks. I'm not even bothering to follow it anymore, I'm just waiting for them to finish box and go somewhere else. Alright, we're sorry, can we drop this subject already? Sai puts their hand in as if you were thinking very hard about something. Well, I guess I can always yell at you two whenever. Sure, consider it dropped. Now, if you excuse me, I have to go to the info desk to tell them results of the match. Alright, how about we go out to our restaurant? Finals are only going to be starting at 2 p.m. Oh, sure, that sounds good. Wait for by the entrance? Sure, we'll be there. Alright, try to think of a place for us while I'm going there. Before I can walk away, Keisuke grabs arm and pulls me aside. Hang on, I need to talk to you. Oh, sure, what's up? A bit confused at why he couldn't say whatever he wanted to say when everyone else was here. He pauses for a few seconds, pursing his lips, then slowly begins to talk. I want to give you some information on your opponent. There's some stuff I think you would do good if you knew. No, don't worry, I've been fine. I've watched Riza matches so many times already. I know everything you need to know. He shakes his head sideways. You don't really. I've also studied his videos lots of times, but I never really noticed some stuff. I'll be fine. Look, just take my word for it, okay? What's hear me out? I don't know, it feels kind of underhanded to get information from his previous opponent. Keikun sighs, rubbing the bridge of his nose with the furrowed brow. Well, do as you like then. If you don't want to hear me, then that's just fine. Just don't complain later when you lost because you were caught by surprise. Do you really think this guy could beat me? Well, it's just... Come on, be honest here. Yes, I do think he could beat you, and not just in tennis. In tennis, no matches of a 100% way. I really can't tell who'd win. I think it'd be really close. I wasn't expecting that. Honestly, I had a bad feeling watching his recordings, but I thought it was just that, a feeling. If I think logically, that guy didn't even look like he was good enough to beat Keisuke. Alright, I guess there's no harm in what you have to say. But can we do this quickly? I don't want to keep others waiting. Sure, I'll try to be brief, okay? So the first thing you need to keep in mind... In the end, his brief explanation ended up taking over 15 minutes. Suichi had to come back looking for us, at which point he just cut off the middle of sentence and refused to speak about what the others around. So much for a briefing. Well, I guess I did manage to get some useful information. Oh boy. Here we go! I'm guessing. I set my bag down next to one of the benches, rummaging through its contents to make sure that everything is still is in order. I managed to arrive 5 minutes early for the match, but far cry from this morning. Yuuya-kun isn't here yet, though. I feel tempted to go outside and chat with everyone for a little more. Excuse me, Jesus. Ugh. I feel tempted to go outside and chat with everyone for a little more, but I decide that taking some time to concentrate is a better idea. Wow, it really is quiet right now. A while ago I could still hear the distant voices of the spectators coming over to watch the match. Now, there's almost nothing. Just one whisper here and there. Hello? Shit! My heart really jumps into my chest when a strange voice comes out of nowhere, eerily close to my ear. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Yuuya-kun? Huh? Yuuya? Oh, that's nice, we're on a first-name basis already. Nikita laughed cheerily. Crap, I slept up and called by his first name. I mean, Kokonose-kun, what are you... Nope, I don't like it. Huh? He sticks his tongue out at me, making a weird high-pitched sound. I don't like it, just call me Yuuya. But... So, Alex-son, it's real nice to see you again. I knew you'd make it all the way to the finals. When I saw the draw of the tournament, I got really excited. Now that I face you in the finals, gave me more incentive to try hard. That's nice to know. I'm in swallowed by his pace. What is this weird sense of deja vu? Is he another June-type person? Rowdy and boisterous? I don't think I can do with two of these. Excuse me, Coconut. Yuuya! Just before I finish his name. Fine, Yuuya-kun. Jeez, how demanding. Is it time for the match to start already and I didn't notice? No, there's still 2 minutes until that. I just wanted to say hi. He flashed me a big toothy grin and I can't help but feel grumpy and annoyed. I get wanting to say hi, but just interrupt another player when he's trying to concentrate? That's just dirty. I see. Well, Yuuya-kun... But man, oh man, I can't believe I actually get to play against you. I've been looking up to you for years now. You're my idol. Yeah, but... I guess I need to apologize beforehand. Seeing you, I kind of copied your style a teensy bit. Oh, don't worry, I changed it to... Jesus Christ, okay. Okay, I get it, you're very excited, but Jesus, take a breather here and there. You're gonna run yourself out of air. Oh, sorry, I guess I got overexcited. I've been rehearsing what I'd say when I finally met you for reals. But I ended up getting so nervous and words kept coming out. Yeah, I get you. It can be rough dealing with Which is funny because I'm usually pretty good at dealing with my nerves. Hey! I was whining along my sudden shout. My voice just came out much higher than I expected. Still, Yuuya-kun merely smiles, bashfully scratching his cheek. Soup, sorry. There you go around my mouth again. It's just the last time I never really got to talk to you since I was running errands with my friend. I really wanted to get to know you. Don't you think that doing it before the finals is a bit of bad timing? I guess. It's just that I didn't want you to feel like you're talking to me after the match. Why not? I have no problem talking about our matches. As long as you're not a headache, that is. Well, I just didn't think you'd have to talk to me after I took your title from you is all. What did he just say? Wait, did you just say that? I said I'm gonna win, yeah. Huh? People say you should never meet your heroes, but in my case, I'm ready to kick my hero's ass. No offense. None taken? Wow, my mind is going completely blank. I have no idea how to answer this guy. Just stand there awkwardly gaping. Seriously, the balls of this guy. Interrupting his opponent while he's cut before the match just to nonchalantly call himself the winner. Listen, Yuuya-kun, I really need some time to focus before the match. Excuse me, Michimiya and Kokonose, the match about to start. Please go to the court. Oh yeah, I've been looking forward to this. Yuuya-kun dashes to his bag, fishing a rack from inside and rushing to the net. Perfect. Trying to get my things in my bag and... Alex-san, good luck. See the guy stand on the other side of the fence, directly behind my bench. waving enthusiastically at me and smiling. Alex, do your best. Alex, don't go get revenge for me. Aniki, don't lose. Jeez, those guys are drawing so much attention to themselves with all this shouting. The umpires know they're in the wrong direction, and yet they don't seem to care. Shouldn't at least one of them be at Sai's match right now? These suckers, these absolute dorks, these losers, these... Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sorry, I don't care if you're not online. Yeah, this is happening. This is fucking happening. Wow, I can't whistle now. Interesting. I won't let those things bother them. Smile at them and smile at them, waving back with all the enthusiasm I can muster. What's important is that they're here cheering me on, and I can't disappoint them. Moving back to the center of the court, I stand in front of the net, facing Yuuya directly. He continues smiling at me the whole time, which I find a little disconcerting. We shall initiate a warm-up. Players may exchange shots for 3 minutes. We both go to opposite sides of the court. The umpire throws one of us a ball, and we begin lightly tapping it back to their side, trying different shots. After a minute and a half, we'd switch guides, doing it all over again. Once we're done, the umpire calls us back to the center of the court. Shall we use a toy Gosh side who gets to serve? We both nod. Michimiya will be heads, Kokonose will be tails. Heads, Michimiya, do you wish to serve first? Yeah, I'll take the serve. God, I'm always glad to start by serving. At least this way I can put a dent in the score difference first. Oh, buddy. I get that you're confident and that you think you're really good. I mean, you are. You're really fucking good. But overconfidence is a fucking killer. And hopefully deals some psychological damage. Wow, okay. In that case, I'll take... I don't think I'll stay on this side of the court. Very well. May the players take their positions then. I'm handed 2 balls and I slip one inside my pocket. Without delay, the 2 of us prepare ourselves to start playing. I take position behind the service line and start bouncing the ball. Oh, shit, here we go. I can't stop now. I can't. I'm too into it. And my computer is at 71%, so I'm pretty sure I have enough battery life. I take deep breaths, trying to get a feel for how my body is responding. Okay, muscles don't seem like they're too tight right now. I guess I'm still feeling pretty good despite not getting much sleep. Time to take away this tournament in one fell swoop. Okay. I really don't like your overconfidence, man. That is not a good thing to have in this case. Any case, really, overconfidence is bad news. I hit a flat serve, trying to go as close to the lines as I can. I'm shooting for a serve base. Yuuya interacts almost immediately, chasing after the ball with the agility of a wild beast. That's a hell of a simile, but okay. That's not the word. Whatever, who cares? My whole body freezes up when he reaches the ball. I just can't believe that when he reached it. Can't believe that he reached it. Usually my first few serves are always no-touch aces. What? Arf! Yuuya gets the ball with full power, send it back at high speed. Luckily for me, the ball hits the net. Oh, cool, I guess. You got a point. Luckily for me, the ball hits the net, never managed to cross over on my side. 15, love. So close. Yuuya kicks to the ground in annoyance, looking at the ball rolling on the floor. Only then to snap back to reality with the gravity and realize I've been frozen in the place the whole time. This is weird. I know I wasn't just underestimating him when I thought that he wouldn't be able to reach the ball, but usually when a new player plays against me, he needs time to adjust to my serve. This guy, he reacted instantly to one of my fastest serves as if it was nothing. In fact, the only reason he missed was because he put too much power into the ball. No, I can't let this get to me. Yuuya-kun is a very intuitive player. I noticed that from the videos long ago, and KSK confirmed it to me this morning. You have to keep in mind that he's have to take reckless risks. He's going to try and survive every single shot. So get ready to have him return your serve with as much power as he can, is what Keisuke said. It hadn't really hit me how true his words were until I saw this. Right now, he was definitely aiming for a return ace. If I give this guy even the tiniest of openings, he's going to blow my defenses apart. Alright, give him no quarter. Try to blow away this light of discomfort that's taking over me. Blow it away with my next serve. This time I go for a slice that quickly escapes to the side. Why did he get rid of the graph they have at the top? Like, why did he get rid of that? This time I go for a slice that quickly escapes to the side. If he's going to try and push me back with power, then I'll make sure to make my serve extra slippery, so he won't have the ability to control the ball that well. As I was expecting him to return the ball he did last time, my whole body tensed up in anticipation, ready to start running whatever direction he sent the ball. Instead, to my surprise, Yuuya froze as soon as the ball began to curve, merely watched as it passed him by. Eh? Wow, it curves that much? Didn't look like that in the videos. Dirty love. God, I was so busy with their shot that I forgot to return it. Yuuya immediately ran back to his receiving position to prepare himself for the next serve. This guy is really odd. So no distractions, I've got to keep my head in the game. Get your head in the game. I'm sorry. No High School Musical references, they're this fucking bullshit. Whatever. If the spin and last serve caught him by surprise, then how about try to impart as much topspin as I can on my next serve? The ball should bounce close to the net and then kick up at a sharp angle. If he isn't careful, he might miss the timing to return. Just as I imagine, Yuuya completely misses the timing and ends up hitting the air with his racket. I think I'm dimly aware of the fact I'm gaping right now. 40 love. The Akita pouts, filling with the strings of his racket. Was that first return just a fluke? It didn't look like it, but... Well, it doesn't matter right now. It looks like I'll be able to run away the first game, so I should focus on that. First set won by Michimiya. Game count 6-4. What? I'm sorry. I haven't played this. I haven't seen this part in years. So I'm a bit confused. I got to admit. I thought he was way worse than he was in terms of the game. I mean, obviously, this came out in 2018, and I vividly remember watching Dirk, the Red Panda, play it because he had this Q&A thing that he did, where at the end of that he was going to answer questions. And my question was the first one he answered, so that was cool. Whatever. No more boasting about YouTubers noticing me or whatever. Fuck off. That went well. I throw myself on top of my bench, taking the opportunity to sip on some of the energy drinks that I brought with me. This is weird. His way of playing has left me completely confused. There are times when he seems he might completely overwhelm me, and then out of nowhere that feeling fades. I still feel incredibly uncomfortable playing against him, but it seems like I had no reason to. To be honest, I don't even know how he could have beaten Keikun so easily. I can imagine two having a close match, but not overwhelming defeat. And yet, the fur on my neck is still standing on tension. Every nerve in my body is telling me to be careful. I feel like I'm being hunted by a wild animal. Looking over to Yuuya, and I can't even see his face as he completely covered his head with a towel. He's tapping his leg a lot. Is he nervous? Maybe his nerves have been getting to him and he hasn't been able to play his best? Well, regardless, my only concern right now should be winning this. If I can take the second set as easily as I did the first, then this match shouldn't last one more hour. It's time. Will the players please return to the courts? Those were some quick 2 minutes. Well, Yuuya should be the one to serve net. As soon as my eyes meet with Yuuya's, my whole body tenses up. His eyes are completely different than before. His pupils have dilated so much he really does look like a wild beast right now. Is this all because of his focus? Because if that's so, that's some serious concentration power right there. Just to err on the side of caution, I decided to take it one step back for his first serve. I'd be giving up my super offensive position, but at least I'd have some more time to react to his serve. Sit in position to prepare myself. Once it's clear that we're both ready to resume play, Yuuya tosses the ball up high and starts to serve, and... Huh? What just happened? Just like that, everyone has gone suddenly silent. Yuuya's position. Wait, he already served? I turn around and see the ball struck on one fence's chain. The fuck? What? How is the ball already there? How could he serve so fast? I barely had time to react to it. That serve was just as fast as Murasaki-san's fast to serve. Even the umpire seems to get a loss. He's staring at the ball completely dumbfounded. Hey, so you've been making the call. Yuuya calls his attention, and only then does he to snap back to reality with bigger gravity. Right, I'm sorry. 15, love. Do you see how fast the ball went? Oh, she was bullshit. These people are nobodies. I will not give them voices. The crowd is being so noisy. It's like a dam suddenly broke, and other voices are even louder than before. I can barely hear my own thoughts over all the voices. Silence, please. The match will resume. At the umpire's behest, the spectators stopped shouting so much. But it looks like Yuuya wasn't bothered in the slightest. In fact, it's almost as if he didn't notice them at all. He was already in position ready to serve again. His concentration is really scary. I'm starting to feel uneasy again. What the hell was that with that serve? Is he gonna be serving like that every time now? What even was the catalyst? That's too sudden a change to have come from nowhere. Wait, who is... Oh my god, is the... No, he wouldn't say San if that was the case, because... Whatever. Who is this? Is this Keisuke? Is this... Oh my god. Alex seems to be struggling a lot to keep with his opponent. Even though he was doing so well in the first set, it seems as if with every passing point it becomes harder and harder for him to keep up. Okay, so it's not Keisuke. Shit, that's really starting. Starting? What do you mean? Oh my god, I'm dumb. It's June. I'm playing as. I'm voicing as June now. Okay, I turn to look at Keisuke-san, confused by his words. Same thing that happened to you, isn't it, Rishihara? Yeah, I thought it wouldn't happen again, since Kokonose didn't show any signs of it in the first set, but... Didn't show any signs of what? What's going on? So, this is what it was. Even Okiashi couldn't almost... Even Okiashi couldn't almost let out loud. When I look over to him, his face was scrunched up in a look of worry. Even you, Okiashi-kun, what are you guys talking about? Just then, the sound of the ball hitting the fence echoed loudly, making me yelp. Game won by Kokonose, 4-1. Oh, so you noticed it too, Michimiya-san. Akiyoshi-kun nodded. To be honest, I didn't notice anything at first, but I walked in on Anaki watching videos quite frequently, and sometimes I stuck around to watch them too. Anaki was always going about how having a bad feeling whenever he watched them, and kept saying that he felt like something was wrong. I didn't really understand what he was going on about, but seeing it in person is a whole other story. What's wrong? There's nothing wrong with the match? His switch is being flipped. His switch? Suichi-san now without offering any other explanation. Can't someone just tell what's going on here? Not exactly, but I suppose it's one way to put it. The thing is, it's really hard to notice watching from the video, but seeing it in person allows you to notice a lot of new details that you couldn't otherwise. And playing against him allows you to notice even more, but I think Alexon's always been a little slow in the uptake, so maybe he hasn't realized it yet. To put it bluntly, Kokonose is improving as the match goes along. Improving? You mean it's getting better? Keisuke nods. He looks almost somber. At a very rapid pace, I might add. The same thing happened when I played against him. At first I wasn't much trouble against him, but then out of nowhere, as if he had flipped a switch, he completely changed. From this point on, his reactions are going to start getting faster and faster, his shots are going to get stronger and much more accurate, and strategy will start failing against him after the other. It's as if he entered into a state of rapid growth in the middle of the match. I've heard that very talented players can do that, but I've seen it in person before. Wait, so you're saying that, like, he's learning how to deal with Alex-san just like that? Game won by Kokonose, 5-3. The three of them seem so focused on the match, they're not even paying attention to what I say anymore. Damn it, this hurts to watch. Hey! Man's running Keisuke's face, trying to get his attention. He has to put his hands down. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. I tried to tell Axon before the match, but just to submit to my worries, saying that there's no way something like that can happen in real life. Figures, he's a thick-headed idiot sometimes. Not to mention his lack of self-awareness. He used to be that exact type of player. Yeah, now that you mentioned it, I guess I caught a few glimpses of it from when those players visited us from the US. But nothing at this level. Suichi-san nods. When Murasaki visited, Alex definitely took a few steps forward, but he's nowhere near the level he was back in middle school. It's like he's been stagnant ever since. He used to be just like the boys playing against right now. He'd improved tremendously whenever he played against a strong opponent back then. He always had this look in his face if he was having loads of fun. The harder the match, the better. I tried taking a better look at his face, but I can't see any of what Suichi-san is talking about. To me, it just looks like he's in pain. Suichi-san nods again. He's crossing his arms so tightly that his claws are starting to leave scratch marks on his own skin. Ah, Suichi-san, stop that! Pulls arms apart and takes some time to examine them. Good, it looks like he didn't go so far as to break the skin. There's no bleeding. Oh, I didn't even notice. But yeah, right now Alex is a completely different guy from what he was 3 years ago. In fact, watching his opponent reminds me of how we used to play a lot more. Possibly a lot more than watching him does. It's ironic. I don't really remember a lot from 3 years ago. My memories are kind of fuzzy. I guess I wasn't very attentive back then, but I remember Anaki started to grow more and more frustrated, ever since his first year in middle school. Eventually just gave up, but he didn't have the guts to admit that he gave up, so he kept trying to name only. Yeah, that sounds about right. Alex's skills have barely improved at all since 3 years ago. Murasaki came from the US, and again, when he started playing up with Urashihara, I thought that maybe he'd turn around, but he always went right back to the starting point as soon as it felt like the spark might have come back. Crap, he's really getting overwhelmed by Kokonose right now. If he doesn't do something quick... Ah! Well, I wasn't looking here, sounded as if someone had something had been dropped. When I turned to look, everyone's faces were plastered with shock. Damn it, what's going on here? The first set was so easy, but now he feels like he's a completely different person. His reactions have still been getting faster since the beginning of the second set. It's getting harder and harder to score points. It's like he's suddenly leveled up in every parameter by a whole lot. I'm stuck in a defending position about 3 steps away from the baseline. From where I am, I have no hope of counterattacking. Just trying to stick out the point for as long as I can in hopes that I can turn this around. Yuuya-kun hits another ball full of topspin directly to my backhand. Am I just imagining things, or has he been aiming for my backhand a whole lot more since the start of the second set? Shit, has he realized I don't have as much accuracy with it? Not only that, his topspin shots are different somehow. The timing into returning them has gotten a lot more tricky. It's like every single shot has a wildly different amount of spin from the last. When I think I finally got the hang of it, he changes things up completely and I'm back to square one. My legs are feeling heavy. Instead of being a lot more physically drained than the last one, there's no comparison. He's already broken my serve, and I can't find a way to break his right this instant. There's no hope of me winning the second set. 5-3, he really drew himself a huge lead when I was too shocked to react. I don't get what's happening here, and in the middle of all this action, I barely have time to think. I can't even come up with a strategy to get out of this. Well, not that I've ever been good with strategies to begin with. I'm unable to reach this particularly strong shot he launched at the open court. The ball smashes against the fence, making it echo with the sound of metal. 40, love. Shit. Shit, fuck, damn it, I can barely stand right now. How did I get so tired? He's running me around, bastard. I'm heaving to lean forward and gasp for some air to come into my lungs. I'm breathing burns so much right now. Are you alright? Damn, the umpire's looking my way. Looks like he's genuinely worried. I'm fine, just a bit winded. He nods. He'll get back in my position before he's just to start chastising me for the delay. Even if he is sympathetic to me, the rules are the rules. It's my own fault for not handling my stamina very well. God, you're on feet by the end of the second match. All of a sudden, it looks like I'm in a pinch. I give a signal to Yuuya-kun, telling him to continue. His face is almost like stone right now. I can't read him at all. Before I could tell every little thing he was feeling because how expressive his face was. Now, there's nothing. It's completely unreadable. Hush, she sort of 20% attention. I need to run to the ball. Shit, I've got to reach it. That sword is not very powerful. Looks like he put a lot of tops on the ball to try and catch my surprise. No one let this one through. I managed to get to the ball just in time to... Shit. fucking even notice. I was holding my racket right. Only half of my hand was gripping it. I was holding my racket right. Only half of my hand was gripping it, and the force of the ball ended up making it fly off. Game and second set won by Kokonose. Game count 6-3. Damn it, this was my fault. I got so hung up trying to figure out what was happening that I stopped paying attention to what I was doing. I leaned down to pick up my rack. Help! Immediately jumped back on my thumb as a sharp pain shoots from it. Yuuya and the Empire immediately noticed my pained yelp. Are you alright? Yeah, I'm just, Shit, I think my finger with the racket flew out my hand. I think sprained my thumb and the racket flew out my hand. Can you help me apply some taping? Of course. The fox quickly got down from his chair, picking up a first aid kit that was stored under it and rushing to my side to sit down on the bench. Damn it, this hurts. I'm no doctor, but this definitely looks like a sprain. Would you like to ask for medical timeout on top of the set break? Yeah, if you'd be so kind. The umpire quickly applies very tight taping to my finger and gets back in his chair. We shall be taking a 3-minute break after this timeout due to a medical issue. Good thing this is only a prefectural level tournament. If it's for national, I don't think the umpire would have bothered to help me with the taping. Shh, my finger feels really rigid and painful. Are you alright? Yukun pops up, looking down at me with worry. Oh, now he's expressions again. Yeah, I'm fine. It's just a sprain. I'm so sorry. Hey, it's alright. Wasn't your fault. I wasn't pinching to my grip. I was barely even holding the racket at that point. It would have probably flown in my hand in the next swing anyways. Okay. She stopped dialing with such worried eyes. It's hard to think he's an opponent when you're acting so kind towards me. Even though I've already dismissed his concerns, he continues to stand there looking at me. Yuuya-kun? Yeah? Shouldn't you sit down and use the brain to manage your stamina? Sorry, I'm making you calm by standing so close. Oh, I guess he noticed. A little bit, yeah. Sorry, I'll get out of your hair, but if you need any help, you can call me. I wasn't expecting that. Guess he really is a nice guy, a little too enthusiastic. I get the feeling I said these same words about someone else not too long ago. Alex? Yeah? I just snap back to my surroundings when I hear a voice call my name. This is the third time I called you right here. You alright? Yeah, I'm fine. Is it time already? Yes, please hurry back to the court. I don't want to have to give you a time violation. Sorry, I'll get to it. Okay, just deep breath. Try to pick up the racket. Are you alright? Shit, guess he knows me which one picked it up, huh? I'll be fine. It's just a little tender, that's all. It'll pass. At least I hope it will. The umpire nods, still frowning with worry. God, I really hope this doesn't get in the way of my playing. We will now resume the match. Michimiya will take first serve. Alright, deep breaths. Did he just drop his racket? Seemed more like it was blown out of his hand. He's hurt. Alex-san reaches down to pick up his racket, but immediately drops it again, clutching his hand. Did he hurt his wrist? Does it look like it? It looks like it's more his hand. It's still not good. The not all soul whispers of other people in the audience are easily heard by us. All three of the guys I'm with have their faces scratched up in various levels of anger and annoyance. What's the big deal about it? Isn't it normally said sometimes? You don't get it. It's a big deal in this case. Why? Anarchy has never dropped a single set in the prefectural level tournaments, not once in the past 6 years. Wait, is that impossible? Suichi-san nods, his eyes stuck to Alex-san's figure as he received medical aid from the referee? It's pretty difficult for sure. It helps that Saitama isn't exactly filled to the brim with strong players. Other than Alex, Urashihara was the best that our prefecture had to offer. Hey! Sorry, what I mean to say is the difference in skill is absurd. Up until now, Alex was considered the best tennis player to ever come from the Saitama prefecture. Up until 3 years ago, he was considered the best to ever come from Kanto. He was Japan's child star, there were tons of experts banking on him, making a professional debut before he even finished high school. People expected him to make it big, as in World Top 10 big. Those plans kind of took a back seat when his play started to deteriorate a few years ago. Didn't all this stuff happen before you met him, Keisuke-san? How do you know all this? Oh, Keisuke-san looks away, fumbling for an answer. Yeah, Rosara, tell us. You act as if you barely even knew anything about us when we first met you. How come you suddenly know this much? It was on the news all the time, okay? I just didn't think it was relevant to mention back then. I see. Doesn't sound sincere at all. Can you two stop bickering and just pay attention to what's going on? Well, look, the time I was about to end. They're about to start playing again. Sorry. My bad. Did they really just get chastised by a 12-year-old? Alex-san, please hang in there. Just try to ignore the pain as much as I can. If I let it bother me too much, I won't be able to concentrate on the match. Yuuya has already gotten to his position. For someone who's so clearly worried from a few minutes ago, his face is now maddeningly blank. Is there a switch on him that he can just flip whenever he wants to get like that? And where do I get one like it? Ouch! Shit, that hurt a bit. I froze up for a second after serving. I can't let myself be delayed. Vault! I guess I messed up the last second when the pain shot up and ended up missing. No worries, I still get one more try. But I can't be too risky on my second serve, so I'll stay away from a high power shot. Instead, I'll go with a low bounce slice that curves a little to the side. It won't have any crazy amount of spin, but this is the best I can do without being reckless. Just like in the second set's reaction was instant. The moment he ascertains the direction of my shot, he's already on his way. My serve wasn't particularly fast, so we could reach it with no issues. Yuuya returns with a cross. I was already running to the center of the court, so this forced me to do a double take. Shit, this hurts. The ball flies straight into the net. About 15. I'll be more careful with my shots. If I try to get it pulled away from the swing because of my finger on it missing my target. Alright, don't mind it. I take a few more deep breaths before serving again. This time I go with a very risky topspin shot. Since I haven't managed to score any aces with my flats, and the timing of those is too unpredictable, I'll sacrifice immediate scoring ability in favor of an advantage on the rally. If I can get his return to be even a little bit off, that could be the advantage I need to get the point. Ha! Yuuya sends the ball back with a strong, flat straight. But I can see it. His return was a little shallow. If I can capitalize on this, then I should be able to score. You might be playing better than usual, but I've already recomposed myself for the most part. You're not catching my surprise like you did in the second match. If it's a power contest, I should still win. There's no way when it's the moment when the stance would crumble. Strike! 15 all. Yes! I do a little fist bump to celebrate the point. This is good. You could help me surprise in the second match, and the shock of it because I played to worsen. But I've had time to recompose myself. Even if you're acting faster, I can still contend. I won't let him overwhelm me, no matter how he improves during the... Wait, improve? Isn't this what Keisuke was telling me over the match? Right around the beginning of the fourth game, he started to improve a little. Improve? As in he focused more? No, I mean that he was literally improving. He was leveling up, if that makes it easy for you to understand. I watched his skills grow right in the middle of a match. What? That's ridiculous. I'm telling you what I saw. Keikun, growth is something that takes a long time. It would be hours of practice before you could ever even notice a difference. And you're talking about the guy improving dramatically out of nowhere? You had to have been imagining things. I told you that's what I saw. No, you two, what's taking you so long? Right. There was no way someone could improve right in the middle of the match, but it turns out I was wrong. Can't wait for this match to be over so I can get Keisuke's I told you so face. Well, if that's what's happening, there's not much I can do to counter that. If it's a matter of strategy, then no matter how much I strategize, I can't overcome it. But that's only if he ends up becoming better than me. I get the feeling that, as far as skill is concerned, I'm still ahead. I'll just do my best to solve this quickly. Stalling would be counterintuitive at this point. The longer this match go on, the more he'll improve. In that case, if I want to settle this fast, I'd have to make an extra push. Forget about the risk, just barely control the ball enough so it goes in. And hit with a serve filled with 120% power. Really? Really? Fuck off, basket. The ball flies straight into the net, not even going close to it, going over it. Oops. Fault. I guess that was a bit too risky. No, this is good. This is exactly what I have to do right now. Yuuya has taken a step forward. Anyone would expect their opponent to go with a lower risk shot on their second serve in that case. Safe to be damned, hit it even harder. What? He attempts to swing. What? I'm sorry. He attempts to swing to return the ball, but his racket only comes into contact with air. Did it go in? Was that one good? We have to look up at the umpire with anticipation. He looks conflicted, as if he's struggling to make the call. Eventually opens his mouth and... Double fault. 1530. No! If I can show myself, I shout out loud, both of them trying to look at me in surprise. Do you have a problem with my call? No, I was just a reflex, sorry. Well, I can't look up at him right now, my eyes are glued to my feet. Like a kid who's trying to defy his parents. Very well, if you'd please continue on to the next serve. Oh right, we forgot. Sign I attempt to recompose myself. I shouldn't tarry too much longer, but I always have a few seconds between serves. Right now, trying to avoid piling up stress is the right call. Double faulting is one of the most stressful things in tennis. If I let that stress mount up, eventually I won't be able to handle it, I'll be crushed. Before this can happen, I have to let it out of my system. Breathe in, breathe out. Into my nose, feel the air going all the way down to my lungs, and then out through my mouth. In, out. Now it's already taken 15 seconds. Take 15 more and I'll have to issue a time violation. It's alright, I'm all done. I feel better right now at least. And even if I did get the violation, it wouldn't be too bad. I had to make sure my heads are in their place. I'm not allowed to make any more mistakes. 15:30. If I screw up here, I'll hold the break point. If he breaks my first serve of the set and gets ahead, I'm not sure I'll be able to catch up. In that case, even if it would be the logical choice, I'll forego a conservative approach. This match is going to be about guts. I shouldn't be afraid to take risks, even if it failed me the last time. I hit a powerful topspin shot. Instead of tightly aiming close to lines, I'll be satisfied as long as the ball goes in. It went in! Yuuya managed to return, but he gets caught off guard by the shot. Right now I have the advantage. Use the time it takes him to recover and... serve and volley? Strike! I slammed the ball straight down. From my position, from right on top of the net, there was no way I could miss. Yuuya doesn't have time to reach the ball as it flies away in the opposite direction. 30 all. Yes! I lift both my hands up toward the sky, shouting in joy. I literally did that. What the fuck? I'm getting way too in this. It worked. My high-risk strategy worked. Now I just have to take care to make sure it keeps working. Or I'd like to say, but even I know that constantly taking risks like these wouldn't be feasible. Instead, I'll be sure to pepper these high-risk shots together with a more conservative pace. If I can break away from a highly defensive stance straight into a strong attack, I might just confuse him. If he's going to use my playstyle, then I just have to overwhelm him with different attack patterns, so we can figure out which one I'm going to go with next. That's funny. I'm starting to feel like Keikun here. Is this what it feels like to use your brains? I get back to the service line to try this again, but... Yuuya? He's just standing in the center of the court. Kokonose, is everything alright? This place is incredibly somber. He's just staring off into the ground. Is he looking where our last shot landed? Kokonose, please get into position so we can resume the match. Is he seriously here in the Empire? I can already see the face's face scrunching up. Fox's face, not Face's face. Good grief. Fox's face scrunching up. He's starting to get annoyed. Kokono's already been 15 seconds. 15 more will be a time violation. He's seriously not responding at all. Is he alright? The umpire continues to stare at him for what feels like an eternity. Kokonose, it's been 30 seconds. I'm issuing a time violation. If he gets another time violation, he'll lose the point. And yet he still has acknowledged the umpire's existence. He's just staring at the ground with a really dark look in his face. Yuuya-kun! My sudden shout makes both the umpire and Yuuya jump in surprise. What? Michimiya-san is something that... wait, Mr. Umpire, why are you glaring at me like that? Kokonose, I've issued a time violation. You have 5 seconds to get back to your position before I give you another one. But what about the call? He called you tons of times. Just get back to your position already. Oh, really? Sorry. I'll get right back to it. He runs to a spot waiting for me to sing when he's ready. That he's ready. What the hell was that? Was he focusing so much he didn't even hear us? Just how weird can this guy get? Well, it doesn't matter. I'll just ignore it for now and focus on playing. This time I go for a very slow slice, focusing on adding more spin and careful aim than brute force. Even if I can't make his stance crumble just from that, hopefully I'll catch him off guard and make it so his return isn't perfect. A perfect return. His ball went super deep in the court, almost touching the baseline. If it's like this, then we'll be locked in a battle of ground strokes. I feel like I should have an advantage on those, but for some reason, I've been struggling to make a dent in his form for the past set. Not letting up, each and every one of his shots aiming to score the point. Even when I think I've got him in bad position, he still goes in for the kill regardless of the risks. I know that I can be pretty reckless at times, but this guy is on a whole new level. He's taking risks left and right. Every single shot he makes has a pretty considerable chance of missing, and yet they all go in. What is happening? He's trying to push back little by little. If I let this point go for longer, then the chances of me recovering are going to drop considerably. And yet, should I give him the point and really focus on the next one? But then we'll be second to deuce, and that's really not the place I want to be in right now. If I have no choice but to lose the point now or later, then I'm just going to take another stupid risk. I'll go drop shot. It worked! Yuuya froze for just a second. He only managed to return the ball, now he's in a bad position. Not only that, his return wasn't deep or powerful, I can counter it. Ha! The shot hits the further side of the court, far from his reach. Game won by Michimiya, 1-0. Yes, that's how it's done! The crowd is really noisy today. Actually, aren't there more people here than usual? Is anyone watching the girls' final? The sides of the courts are so packed with people I can barely see beyond them. I know this is a big tournament for our prefecture, but it's still a local one. Why are so many people here on a Sunday? Michimiya? Oh, sorry. Crap, I'm wasting time. Alright, I've got to be extra prepared for serves. Out of all the areas I'm improving on, the serve is the most dangerous. They keep getting faster and more precise. If I'm even a second late, I won't be able to reach it. Yuuya is quietly bouncing the ball over and over on his side of the court. It terrifies me a little when I think of him serving again. I couldn't touch him at all during the serve games in the last set, and if I can't break a serve, then I don't want to think about it. Yuuya finally grips the ball in his hand, lifting his head to look at me with a glare so fierce that I feel as if he could cut me down. Take 2 steps back from usual attacking position. If I step back even further, then I'll be stuck on defense. But if I'm not careful, I don't know whether I should attack or defend. While I'm too busy being distracted, Yuuya serves. Gosh, don't get distracted for giving him the okay signal. I should reach the ball at the last possible second, just barely tapping over the other side of the court. But Yuuya quickly runs up to the net, sealing the point with a smash. 15, love. Stupid. So incredibly stupid. Why have to get distracted right now of all times? His first serve of the set is the most critical moment for me. If I manage to disturb his rhythm here, I could potentially sit him back for the rest of the set. Now I lost my chance. That serve... What the fuck? Why is it not connected? It doesn't matter. This doesn't need internet. Now I lost my chance. The next serve is going to serve as confidence boost, and he's going to carry into the next ones. I have to take him down, but he managed to build up on it. Yuuya takes his next serve, a strong, fast slice attacking my backhand. So he's still going after that, huh? Excuse me. Jeez. So they don't have much precision with my backhand, I tend to drop the power on those shots to avoid making unnecessary errors. Yuuya is specifically targeting that, pinning me into a specific side of the court so that I can't counterattack. Well, if I'm looking for a chance to attack, it's now. If I'm going to do something to break the cycle, then it should be... here! One extra step. It was probably the hardest one to take, but I take that one extra step to circle around to shot with my forehand. Against a weaker opponent, that one extra step would be all it takes to score that point. A risky, high-level technique to perfectly return in a turnaround. It will be perfect. Against a weaker opponent. Ha! Yuuya easily reaches the shot, unless you're expecting it. Just as I begin to reach the other side of the court to defend against a powerful shot, I notice that the ball... What? The ball is dropping? When first it's made me watch the ball bounce on the floor right next to the net. Yuuya managed to return my counterattack with a drop shot. I was so avoided defending from another powerful attack that I completely disregarded the possibility of a drop shot. To be honest, I just couldn't imagine anyone like him having such delicate technique as to hit a perfect drop shot like that. It was my mistake to overlook it. 30 love. If I don't come with something quick, this is how the rest of the set's going to go. And going by the fact my legs are shaking, I know that my stamina will last through a tie break. I have to find a way to break his soul, serve and hold mine. Easier said than done. Okay guys, I need to go piss. I'll be right back. I'm back, motherfuckers. Okay, right. Ha! You could hit another flat shot at an unbelievable angle. Even shots that seem to be downright impossible, he continues to put away with ease. He barely makes any mistakes, even though the difficulty of his shots is ramping up considerably. Even though I'm playing my best and my mind is completely clear and focused, even on my peak, I can barely keep up anymore. Game won by Kokonose, 5-all. I'm exhausted, and my legs are quivering, barely able to stand. I made it this far purely on guts. But guts can only get you so far, and now I'm running on fumes. It's my turn to serve again. If I lose this game, all he needs is to keep his next serve to win. The pressure is on an all-time high. Why is it that at such an important time my hands feel so cold? So cold, I can't feel my hands anymore. Shit. I'm starting to crumble under the pressure. Me? Losing to the pressure? You gotta be kidding me. This feels just like my matches against Takagi. Just remember that guy. Remembering all his humiliating defeats. I can't see straight, everything is a blur. Crap, now my hands are sweaty too. I'm having a hard time just holding on my racket. Michimiya, please hurry your position. I'm getting called. Shit. Come down, Alex. You faced worse. Just breathe. But if I lose this tournament here, no, don't think like that. What should I do? Okay, first choice. So, I have to take time violation. It'll be no good if I just try to power through it. If I don't take the time to recompose myself, I could end up making a mistake. In doing that so late in the match, it could spell out the end. I need to build on a point more than anything. If I lose a point because I chose a bad strategy, my morale would tank. I can't let that stress carry on with me. Right now I need to relax. Just breathe in as much as I can. Feel the air fill in my lungs and hold in it for 3 seconds. Then let it all out. Focus on muscles one at a time. First my feet, then my calves, from the sole of my feet to the tips of my fingers, all the way to my head. Feel them relaxing one by one. Michimiya, it's 30 seconds. I'm issuing a time violation. Ignore the umpire's call for now. I haven't gotten a violation so far, so this one won't do anything to me. I have 14 more seconds before he has to issue me another one. I'll use every single one of those seconds to make sure that I'm as relaxed as I can be. I need my mind to be as clear as possible. This is it. I'm all out of time. Sorry for taking so long. I'm ready now. The umpire stood him with a frown. I'm sorry, man. I have to do what I have to do. Might not be 100% relaxed, my mind is definitely a lot clearer. I can't really analyze Yuuya-kun like K-kun would, but now that I think about it, I distinctly recall one small detail. It was really minor, so I never stopped to pay attention to it before. But now that I think about it, whenever I had a quick, flat shot to his backhand, he has always returned it with a cross slice. Maybe I could capitalize on that. Either way, I won't know until I try. I try to have strong flat, making sure my aim. For my aim, 70% power should suffice. I try to hit as hard as I can the line as possible to force Yuuya into using his backhand. As soon as I start to run for the ball, I prepare myself. If I run too soon, he just correct the course and then shoot for the other side instead. I have to wait until I'm about to hit it and can't change direction of the shot anymore. It's a gamble, but I bet my chips on this. Now! Yukon is a cross slice as I predicted. I began to run a split second before he made the contact. With the ball. If it's like this, I have ample time to get ready. I cut into the ball's path. I'll return it as a half volley. I'll position myself just in the center of the court, and I'll aim for the farthest corner on his side. Go! What? Before he even has time to react, the shot he was so confident on was suddenly returned to him at the worst possible time. The ball passed with no contest, bouncing on top of the baseline and flying straight for the fence. Yes! Did I manage to get with the strategy and carry it to completion? I'm still in the running. Looks like Yukon knows what I did just now and isn't look at all happy about it. Sucks to be you! We just have to carry this momentum forward before he can recompose himself and catch up to me. I'll pump with another strong shot. At the start of the match, I've been cycling my serves very evenly, but there's one thing I haven't done even once during the whole game. Consecutive quick flat serves. No. No matter how I look at it, Yukon's reaction was way too fast. This is beyond the realms of just reacting. Did he predict my shot? Not only that, his return was incredibly risky, returning a strong flat with another strong flat, and on such a tight course. He was aiming toward the open space on the other side of the court, but he also aimed just short of the service line. The angle is so absurd that just the idea of using that to return a flat shot boggles my mind. This guy doesn't have guts, he's just completely crazy. Damn it, I don't run. Ah! Ow, 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 ow! Michimiya, are you alright? Yeah, I just tripped, that's all. What the hell did I even trip on? Do I have any bruises anywhere? No, everything seems to be in order. Phew, good thing I didn't hurt myself. That would have been a pathetic way to lose the match. Ahem. 15 all. And that cost me the point, too. Why is it still not connected? What the fuck is happening? Shrug it off, that was fluke. Although, being completely honest, my chances of getting it after that super sharp flat were pretty low. Eh? Yukon is really close to net. Why is he looking at me like that? Is there dirt on me or something? Yuuya kid. If you're trying to get me by surprise, then you really shouldn't telegraph your next move. Huh? Honestly, consecutive quick flats. From the last point, it was already obvious you were trying to put more thought into your play. If I take that into consideration, of course you want to catch me by surprise or serve. In that case, you'd go with the one combination you've done the least during the day. Consecutive quick flats. That would have been a good idea if it weren't so obvious. Please take it more seriously than that. He then immediately turns around, walking back to his spot in the court. What just happened? What's that about? Is he trying to rile me up? No, it didn't feel like it. This guy really doesn't make much sense. Oh well, none of that matters right now. 15 all. My situation is half bad right now. Even if we're still tied, I'm still doing fairly well right now. Now that my mind is focused, I can see the court much more clearly. My body also seems to move much more quickly. There's not as much wasted energy. I didn't even notice how stiff my body had gotten before. Pressure is really scary. Now that I think about it, even though I've been in high pressure situations tons of times, I've never once managed to overthrow my pressure. Did I? I always just tried to ignore it and play through it. I really am pathetic. Well, I guess there's nothing wrong with it as long as you work on my mistakes. Now that I think about it, I really do have a penchant for giving up without even trying everything, don't I? I was ready to give up this matchup because it got a little rough. In reality, the situation wasn't nearly as hopeless as I thought it out to be. I can still win this as long as I do my best. It's been so long since I played a real high-stakes match. I was always beaten so easily by Takagi that I never really got to enjoy it. Facing someone that's so evenly matched with me, not knowing whether I'm going to win or not. This doing is amazing. My body's moving so much more lightly, even more than when the match started. Even though I can feel the fatigue growing, everything just feels so smooth. The rotation of my joints, the movement of my legs, my swings. I feel like it's all so much easier than before, as if a weight had suddenly been lifted from back. This feeling is so familiar. This just might be how I used to play before. It's been so long since I was so comfortable playing tennis. 30-15. I scared the pump before I even noticed it. My eyes moving on their own. Even though my mind is drifting off on other thoughts, my body is moving almost on instinct alone. Even before mind can decide the best path to take, my body's already doing it. Yuuya-kun's face is so scrunched up right now, I guess he really must be struggling to keep up. The more we go on like this, the lighter I feel. This is just too much fun. It's like we're teetering on the edge, too evenly matched for one of us to really pull ahead. But right now, I guess I definitely have the upper hand. Yuuya-kun's shot is becoming more and more forceful. He's trying to stay on the offensive even when he's being pressured. That's commendable effort on his part. I can't help just how much I remind him of myself. Even when he's being pushed, his eyes are just always sharp and full of life. Even when he's frustrated, he's still enjoying himself. I used to play like that before. I'd forgotten what that feeling was like. I missed it. Once again, my shot paints the lines. It's scary how much my control has improved right now. I keep firing off risky shot after risky shot, yet they all seem to fall inside the court. 40-15. Even the pain in my fingers just become a little buzzed or relegate to the back of my head. It's not important right now, it doesn't bother me much. You've got to be kidding me. Yuuya-kun seems to be getting really frustrated with the sudden turn the match has taken. I would be too. In fact, I think this mirrors the development we had at the start of the second set. He's probably feeling the same way I was, perplexed, scared, in denial. Serves him right. If he raises the bar, then all that's left for me to do is raise it even higher. I've never really thought much while playing, but man, it's really weird to be playing almost on automatic. Yuuya-kun returns a rather forceful topspin shot to the open. Jesus Christ, fucking hell, stop, no. A rather forceful topspin shot to the open area of the court. That would have been a decent shot if it weren't for the fact that I was totally waiting for it. Once it started to get pressured, his playstyle became a lot more simple. Before, he'd at least mix and match his shots and trajectories a little, just enough so I couldn't predict them. Now all he does is fire a high-power shot to one side and the other. He's trying to have me run left and right, but it's become such a tedious and predictable strategy that I can easily anticipate it. I'll show him once again that I am more than just a pile of muscle. I can also add a delicate touch when I need. What? As if threading a needle, I try my hand at some really precise control that I'm not usually capable of. I gently tap the ball over the net. Okay, what the fuck is happening? Even my phone isn't connected to the internet right now. The hell is happening? Okay, I need to fucking check this real quick, because I'm really confused. The fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening? Seriously? It won't even load the fucking Wi-Fi networks. As if I'm threading a needle, I try my hand at some really precise control I'm usually capable of. I gently tap the ball over the net, adding some spin, so it'll bounce backwards when it hits the ground. The ball skirts the top of the net just a few millimeters away from grazing it. He doesn't even make it halfway across the court by the time the ball stops bouncing, gently rolling across the ground. Game won by Michimiya, 6-5. Just like that, the crowd erupts and cheers. Guess you're getting excited out in top form. Hell, I'm getting excited too. But I was excited before the serve. He wouldn't have any time to compose himself before he has to serve. Right now, I got the ball rolling. If things keep going this way, I'm sure to win. But that doesn't mean I'm allowed to get reckless. I'll keep a close eye on him and be wary of any changes. He's changed once during the match, so there's no reason to believe he won't change again. Watch him closely and just try to react as fast as possible to whatever he might do. A wide slice. It's like I thought, the more pressure I put on him, the more he attempts to fall back to the shots he's more comfortable with. The number of slices he's used has skyrocketed since the last game, and now it's translating to the serves too. Once again, he returns my topspin shot with another slice. Does he think the irregular bounce or the slide motion of the slice will somehow throw me off? It doesn't really make sense. In terms of throwing me off my rhythm, the topspin forehand with an irregular bounce was much better doing it, but I guess he's not as comfortable using that as he is as a slice. I try to mix and match the angles of my shots too. Instead of shooting for the baseline again, I'll shoot for a quick cross-court flat at a sharp angle. Good, that seems to caught him off guard. Yuuya freezes for just a second and... Love 15. Score! This strategy might actually bring me to victory. But Yuuya is so riled up, the odds of him recovering from this are very low. As long as he continues to play over this over-aggressive, this attack pattern will remain predictable. In that case, I should have no difficulty coming up with ways to counterattack. Just like last time, Yuuya comes up with another slice, this time aiming for the center instead of going wide. The shot is even faster than the last one, but the spin is much weaker. As far as slices go, this certainly isn't one of the best. I return with a quick cross-court shot. This catches him off guard as he had already begun running toward the open court. He's forced to break mid-dash and run the other way. Yuuya managed to reach the ball, hitting another crazy angled shot. Unfortunately for him, his body balance was completely thrown off, causing his shot to fly straight into the net. 0-30. Love 30. Try 2 more shots. I just need 2 more points to win. Yuuya's grip on his racket becomes so tight that his hands have begun to shake. Not only that, but he's grinding his teeth in a way that he's making weird noises from his mouth. I guess I can understand being frustrated. It felt as if he was leading the match, only to have it turn its head at the last stretch. Having victory so close, and having it snatched away. But I'm here to win, and I can't let pity get in the way of that. It takes a few seconds, but it seems that Yuuya has managed to get his temper under control. But his face is nowhere near as neutral as it was before. While a few minutes ago his expression was completely blank and betrayed nothing, now his brows are furrowed, his fur is bristled, his nostrils are flared, his fangs are showing. I could tell what he was going to do during the game, but I couldn't tell how he was feeling. Now he's completed his transformation into an open book? Bad analogy. But the flaying of his temple has also brought a change to his playstyle once again. Instead of flying back towards a comfortable shot, he hit his serve with as much power as he could. He could barely reach the ball in time, even though this was his fastest serve today. He managed to get it to go at a terrible spot for me. Instead of coming at with slices, he pounded the ball with renewed vigor. Just having trouble keeping him up. And to slow down the point in order to catch up, I'll go for a slice. The extra time it takes for the slice to reach the side of the court gives me a chance to better position myself. Yuuya continues to pummel the ball with almost no concern for placement. Right now he's all about power. As I continue to go for slower shots, I'm given the chance to get more comfortable. Eventually we're locked in an evenly matched battle of ground strokes. Except I'm thinking clearly and I can see an easy chance for an angled shot, aiming just sort of the service line. Huh? The instant I hit the ball, I can tell that there's something off. It hits the ground incredibly close to the line, sliding away from Yuuya-kun's range. The umpire's eyes are glued to the ground for what feels like an eternity, trying to decide whether the shot was in or out. But even before he announces it, my stomach's already dropped because I can already tell that out 15-30. My aim was off. I don't know why, but the last moment it was as my shoulder joint just seized up. Actually, now that I think of it, my entire body feels heavier. Damn it, I was playing without paying close attention to myself. I went over a limb without noticing. I guess I got so absorbed in the feeling of satisfaction that I forgot to manage my stamina. I ended up pushing myself too far without bothering to save some up for this home stretch. My legs feel like they're about to split open. I try making wide movements with my body to try and warm myself up again, but my entire body suddenly feels so heavy. My muscles are seizing up and I didn't pay attention to the warning signs. Crap, Yuuya's about to serve again. I try to run towards the ball, but I can immediately tell I won't reach. It's the fence, echoing the sharp sound of metal. 30 all. My wits end, I don't know what to do. I was careless and now I'm paying the price. I already know what I was close to my limits, so I should have taken care to save up some energy. What should I do? This situation has suddenly turned into a great pinch. The second choice. Okay, I'm going to push myself. Right. It's do or die. If I don't find a way to break his serve right now, what chance will I have at a tie break? My energy is going to miraculously return. It's only downhill from here. I know that if I push myself over the edge, I might be able to get one last boost. But on the other hand, if I risk it all here and can't break, I'll have absolutely zero chance at a tie break. No, thinking like this is pointless. I'll have no chance at the tie break to begin with. I'll summon up every ounce of energy I still have, and if I've truly run out, then I'll play on guts alone. I don't care if this match leaves me so exhausted I can't move. I'm winning this, and I'm winning it right now. Yuuya restarts the match with another forceful serve. While it's plenty fast, my legs somehow oblige my desperate pleas and begin to move properly once again. Even though my arms still feel somewhat heavy, I can definitely hit it back. Just like that, we're locked in a stalemate. Yuuya's attacks are too predictable. As long as I can run, I can still deal with them. On the other hand, I can't seem to control the ball as well as I was doing before. My shots aren't as forceful. I can't take big risks like I was before. It just wouldn't pay off. But I need to come up with some way to turn this around. I'm well aware that I'm out of fuel, and unless I want to come to a full stop before this match is over, I have to do something. Even if it's risky, now is the time to risk it all. Just continue to play this game at this high pace was already a gamble. Might as well go all the way. I hit a drop shot, silently hoping it would catch him by surprise. Even though his face doesn't betray much, he seemed to have delayed one step. Will that be enough? Yuuya throws himself to the ground, attempting to pick the ball up before it has a chance to fall, but he fails. He's just a few centimeters short of the mark, and the ball rolls on the floor towards his face. 30 to 40. The crowd seems to get more riled up the closer the match comes to the end. At this point, my heart feels like it's about to burst out of my chest. But it's no dream, I do have match point. This is my chance. I doubt I'd latch to a deuce. In fact, I'm pretty sure that if he manages to get to a deuce, my chances of winning will go down to near zero. I need to get this last point no matter what. Yuuya pats himself clean of what respect to dirt clung to his fur and clothes after his fall. His glare feels incredibly sharp. I feel uncomfortable having him stare at me like that. But I suppose I understand his anger, and there's nothing I can do about it. We both walk back to our positions to start what is hopefully going to be the last rally of this match. Yuuya comes at me with another powerful flat serve. My strength keeps getting faster. I managed to reach it, but only by the skin of my teeth. My return was just good enough to avoid an instant counter. Once again, we entered a contest of ground strokes. If my body were just a little more responsively, I feel like I could actually clinch this point fairly easily. This predictability is the only reason I can still keep up. If Yuuya were playing a little more rationally right now, he'd probably win. But instead, I already know he's going to attack with another flat set. Huh? Before my very eyes, the ball dropping right in front of the net. My eyes able to cover what I see, as if in slow motion. I see the ball leave Yuuya's rack with very little momentum, ready to drop to the floor and stay there. And with a drop shot, at this point in the match, under all this pressure, as angry and aggressive as he's been, he managed to recompose himself enough to pull this off. For a split second, I can see what looks like a malicious smile flashing across Yuuya's face. He probably knows Mr. Lonestem and decided to capitalize on that. Even though I feel my reaction was delayed, I had no choice but to run. If I let this point escape me, I won't get back on track. Huh! I nearly fall there and attempt to reach the ball, but somehow I get to it. Yuuya's drop shot was surprising, but it was nowhere near perfect. The ball has too much power. It went a little too far over the net, making it easier to reach. But still, Yuuya comes up to the net, ready to finish the point. I stand firmly, directly in front of him. Left to right, which way will he shoot? A lob? Right now, when I'm as far up as I can be, he shoots to attack me with a deep, aggressive lob. I have no choice but to run. I need to reach this ball. I can't even see where Yuuya is right now, because my back is turned to him. There's no time for me to turn around. If I try, the ball will miss my chance. I've barely practiced the shot, but I'll have to go for it. Without turning around, hit the ball from in between my legs, toward the left side of the court. Right as Yuuya's confused gasp, so I turn around to see that the ball went past the defensive range in the net. In. Everyone suddenly holds their breaths. Me, Yuuya, the audience. We're all staring with anticipation at the umpire. He opens his mouth and... Game, set, and match won by Michimiya. Count, 6-4, 3-6, 7-5. Fuck yeah! We did it, motherfuckers! I didn't do anything, I just clicked buttons. Whatever, who fucking cares? The audience is deafening. The umpire barely stopped to finish the announcement before his voice was completely drowned by the howls and yells of excited onlookers. Somewhere among them, my friends are probably also cheering for me, but right now there are so many voices that I can't hear them. I still can't believe I actually won. It feels so surreal. I won, somehow, even though I've had this title for years now. This is the first I've been happy to win it. My mind seems to register the Akita stand in front of the net, racket under his armpit, scratching awkwardly the back of his head whilst glancing at me. Oh, I'd have to go shake hands with him. Yuuya-kun, that was an amazing match. Thanks a lot. Still my hands toward the Akita, his eyes tear up when he takes a hand. Takes hold my hand, shaking enthusiastically. Yeah, it really was. Damn it, I'm frustrated with the loss, but this was such a great match. I'm so happy. The Akita then opens his mouth in a wide, content smile, showing lots of teeth. His tears stream down his face. I'm so happy to finally play it against you, Alex-san. I hope to get to face you again in the future. I nod. Can't really have words to say. I don't even feel like I really need to say anything. We shake hands and make our way out of the court. Oh, everyone's here. And the internet's back on. Interesting. What the fuck happened? What was that? Why did that happen? I literally just noticed it the second I fucking, like, oh my god. That was way shorter than I thought it'd be. I'm not even going to lie. It was probably way shorter because they shortened like the because Basket made day 11 shorter. Because before day 11 included this day 11 and day 12. Well, this new one, you know, like that's what it was. It contained both of them, and like that's insane. And I didn't like, you know, I'm glad he did that. I walk out of the court, and it doesn't take long to find my friends. Most of the bystanders have already left as soon as the match was over, so there aren't many people here for them to get lost among. Alex, that was a great match. We waited to live on that revenge thing, although for a second there I was afraid you'd collapse. I wasn't just afraid of that, I was sure it was gonna happen. It's a Gucci-san, I thought we agreed not to criticize him. Saya shrugs. I changed my mind, I prefer to speak my thoughts. I wouldn't have it any other way, Saya-chan. Saya smiles, giving me a thumbs up. Suddenly something very warm suddenly envelops me, really pushing me down to the floor. Whoa, Aki! Aniki, I'm so happy! Easy there, buddy, I'm covered in sweat, you're gonna self-dirty. Aki shakes his head, rubbing against my stomach. I don't care, I'm just happy to see you enjoying yourself on the court again. Have you noticed that? It was clear as day when we watched. At the end of the match, you just looked like you were enjoying yourself so much. You have no idea how happy it made me to see you like that again. Thanks, guys. Should we do something to celebrate? Can we do that another day? Kinda too exhausted. I just want to go home, get in bed and sleep. Aw, bummer. Aniki, once we get home, I'm gonna help you take a bath before you go to bed. I get this feeling you just fall asleep and drown in the tub if I didn't. You have that little faith in me. Actually, I think I'll just take the bath with you. Just like it's been years since you last did that. Wow, really? I mean, it has been quite a few years since you took a bath with me. Sure, why not? This sort of thing is nice every now and then. Well, alright if you insist. Put my cute little brother's hair as he continues to cling to me, even though I'm sweaty and probably reek. It sounds like a great idea, I'll join you guys too. The hell you will if you want to take a bath, do it at your own house. Ah, Killjoy. These guys are ridiculous. They sure are. I love them for it. Indeed. Indeedy-doody. I do love them for it. And now, the day's over, and it's character selection number 1! Woohoo! That was amazing. Okay, I'm putting this one here, and I'm just gonna say, like, for this one, I'll do Keisuke. This one, I'll do June. And Soichi. That's not how you spell that. There, that's better. Alright, well, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Come back next time for the video and all that. Literally almost 2 hours. What did I say? What did I say at the start of this video?